What's up, guys? It's the Butler. This is your daily news report and second stimulus and third stimulus package check and stimulus package update as of January 30th. Happy Saturday, and I hope you guys are having a good start to your weekend. So we're going to start with some rather good news, or potentially good news. We all know how this could work when talking about the stimulus packages and stimulus checks that I personally believe that the people need right now, especially the people in need. President Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus plan is most likely going to happen one way or another. So the difference this time between negotiations for the most part, or us actually getting some type of actual relief is, as I said before, this is all the entire Congress, including the presidency, is all Democratic. That helps out a lot. But they have actually shown some type of effort, or at least a backup plan in case, the negotiations do not work out. And it's looking more and more like the negotiations will not work out between a bipartisan agreement, which basically means the House, which is majority Democrats, and the Senate, majority Republicans. They do have a Democratic leader in the Senate, but it's more it's a 50-50 split, but predominantly Senate is Republican. All right, let's just go for that for right now. And they're going to oppose a lot that's in the package. One of them being a $15 an hour minimum wage federally. Now, I said this about a couple weeks ago that I did not think this was going to pass, at least not immediately. And, and I'm pretty sure I'll be right on this one. So, according to Biden's plan, it will be a $15 minimum wage here in the near future. The near future being by the year 2025. So, in Biden's proposal, which is being drafted up right now, the federal minimum wage will increase to a minimum of $15 an hour starting February of 2025. But I think almost immediately, like I said, they're drafting up the bill right now, but this is just from reports. Immediately, I think the federal minimum wage will be $9.25. I believe right now it's $7.25. Unfortunately, for a lot of people out there. I truly feel for you. I do not know how $7.25 is a livable wage. Hopefully, they bump this up to make, just regular living with Biden's proposal, and, we can kind of go from there. But my heart and minds go out to you with that one. This week, the unemployment rate decreased slightly. It was at 876,000 new people filing for unemployment claims for the first time. Now, this is down from the previous week, which was 900,000, still a substantial amount of people filing for unemployment. Since the beginning of the pandemic, unfortunately, over 8 million people have fallen into the poverty category. Majority of those 8 million coming after the $600 federal boost ended July 31st. So as of August 1st, we hit over 8 million in poverty. This is absolutely terrible, obviously, news. We need help. As a country, we need help. A lot of people are saying that, hey, we just passed a $900 billion package, which gave everyone $600. That really doesn't do anything. You extended the unemployment until March 14th of $300 additional on top of your whatever your state was giving you. That's set to expire on March 14th. If additional funds for unemployment insurance, is not granted, we will go deeper and deeper into more poverty as far as this country is concerned. It has to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Unfortunately, like, this is not a time to play games, and this is all of Congress. I'm sure that everyone in Congress understands the need. I'm pretty sure they understood the first need, but what are they going to do about it? So, Joe Biden wants a bipartisan agreement on the stimulus package more than anyone, more than the Democrats, more than the Republicans. He wants bipartisan. The only issue is most Republicans in the House and the Senate are opposed to this, or opposed to his package. So Joe Biden is most likely going to use a reconciliation, which basically means he will pass this bill without the help of the Senate for the most part. Right? The House is going to vote to pass this bill. The Senate is going to object. All right. In a normal bipartisan agreement, he needs 60 votes in the Senate to actually pass this. That's not going to happen. Okay. He's actually been calling local governors and senators of Republican states, trying to get their input, and basically their argument is what Trump's argument was. And that argument is we should not bail out poorly ran Democratic states. My issue with that is, what in the hell does that have to do with the American people? You're not bailing out poorly Democratic ran states. So is that your take on the American people, or is that your take on just a governor or mayor? But at the end of the day, none of those people are affected. What's affected is the American people. So he's going to have to use reconciliation, which basically means the president and the leaders of Congress, which is Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, just to pass this one through without Republicans' help for the most part, and they just need a 50 votes inside the Senate. That will pass. That will most likely pass, and that will be for Trump's $1.9 trillion package, which would include the $400 of boost weekly of federal unemployment, $1,400 on top of the $600, which makes it a $2,000 stimulus check. You can call it the second or third stimulus check, but this will pass for the $1,400. Now, what is also being discussed is this may be an amendment. So if it's an amendment, then you would not only get a $1,400 check for you, but you would also get a $1,400 check per dependent that you have, if it's an amendment. Like I said, the details have not been released yet. They are working tirelessly. But going back to the stimulus package, I'm sorry, let me back up for a second. This reconciliation is being put in place as a backup plan. Okay? So they're actually going to vote on this next week, as early as next week. So once the House votes on this, it's going to be sent to the Senate, the actual bill, while also working on the reconciliation. So reconciliation, like I said, is just a backup plan. Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer all agree on it. It's passed through for the most part, layman's terms. But Joe Biden wants to get, he wants to be president for all. That's what he's saying. That's what he's claiming. So he wants to get Republicans' input, and he wants the Republicans to actually vote on it. The only issue is Republicans are not, and as we all know, we have no time to stall right now. We waited 8 months for a $600 check, and President Biden has vowed not to do that. So we're going to see how that goes. There's also a group of 50 Democrats who are pushing for a $2,000 reoccurring stimulus check per month until the end of the pandemic, or until your state's unemployment decreases to a certain amount. That I don't have the details of that right now. But this is very interesting, because if these 50 Democrats, this is going to be their only chance to actually do this in the near future that I see. But if they are pushing for this, it's a possibility this can pass. And if this does not pass, it's a possibility that this can hold up stimulus talks, or even the the reconciliation that Joe Biden and Congress is putting into place right now. So it should be pretty interesting. I'll keep you guys updated. But this came all about, these 50 Democrats looking across the world and seeing what everyone else was doing. Italy, Germany, France, Canada, they're all paying their residents a monthly stimulus check, all the way up to $7,000. That's pretty significant. If America is supposed to be the richest, most powerful country in the world, why in the hell are we getting the least of all this during, this terrible time with COVID? We're supposed to be the American people, but it just kind of seemed like everyone out for themselves. Speaking of which, Republicans, and this does not, this is not for all Republicans, but there are many Republicans, such as Kevin McCarthy, Lindsey Graham, shouting for the country. We need to regain unity. We all need to become one. But I'm a bit confused on exactly who are we uniting with. There has been a couple of senators, or a couple of Republicans who's actually came out, hey, I'm not for all the insurrection that happened on January 6th. They're not for it. It's a terrible thing. These people need to be, jailed or executed to the length of the law and all this. But you're also still the same people that's claiming voter fraud. There's no voter fraud. I thought it was 60 cases, or close to 60. There's been 84 cases thrown out by the Trump administration over, fraudulent activity or nationwide fraud that would have changed the outcome of the election at all. There's still people like Kevin McCarthy that's supporting this, like Lindsey Graham that's supporting this, or like the lunatic Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I'm going to make a special video about her. But these people want the American people to unite with the lunatics that invaded the Capitol on the 6th. Does that make any sense to you? This country is divided. Any way that you look at it, any way you want to cut it, the country is divided. Should it stay that way? Absolutely not. Is it going to? I don't think so. But for you to say unite with us, the Republican Party every day is looking weaker and weaker and weaker. And to be honest with you, at this point, it's just pathetic. McCarthy, Lindsey Graham, Marjorie, these are not leaders. These are weak cowards. McCarthy was one of the first people to say, hey, the election wasn't stolen, after the insurrection. The election wasn't stolen. Joe Biden is the president. And, within a week, he's on a plane to go see Trump. A scheduled meeting with Trump. It's all for political value. If they can get Trump's blessing, they can get reelected again. These people don't care about actually Americans. They're psychopaths. They're lunatics. And I'm going to make it my duty to expose each and every last one of them. This whole country is up in shambles. It's been up in shambles for a long time. And now it's time we expose the people that we are paying to make our laws and to lead us for the most part. How in the hell are these lunatics being elected? Well, my job is going to be to expose them for the frauds who they are, and also to unite Americans. Americans are Americans. Republicans, Democrats, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, we are Americans. But don't claim to be an American and a Proud Boy. Those are two different things. Don't claim to be an American and you're racist. It's not American. Stop being fake Americans. Sorry guys, I went on my little rant. But I'll keep you guys a little bit more posted on, stimulus packages and, everything that's going to benefit the American people as I get it. I'm also going to be making videos, like I just said, exposing fake American leaders for the frauds who they are. It's time to put a change in this country. Michael Jackson said it best. If you want change, you need to start with the man in the mirror first. And we're going to, and I'm going to do my duty as far as it comes to that. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you got any value out of today's video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.